For 20 years, we have been saying, "See me." 2 decades feels like a long time. 2 decades of changing attitudes and behaviours, of challenging the status quo, and helping Scotland tackle mental health stigma. So this year, we celebrate the 20th year of See Me. But what's happened in that time? Back at the start, everything was that wee bit darker, and things needed to change. So See Me began. Yes, we looked quite different back then, with the aim to change attitudes towards mental health across Scotland. Driven by those who had experienced discrimination, we got to work.
What See Me's done over 20 years is really make a difference in tackling stigma and discrimination across Scotland.
People didn't really talk about mental health or mental ill health, and it was a really taboo subject. Scotland sort of trailblazed the anti-stigma movement 20 years ago. It was the first programme of its kind in the UK.
We've looked to tackle stigma in the workplace, stigma in healthcare, stigma with young people, stigma anywhere.
I would say the biggest project that we've actually done is probably the See Me, See Us campaign. I feel that kind of really pushed beyond and let people see that we're more than just a label.
I've certainly found that workplaces, employers, senior leaders are embracing, the need to support good mental well-being in the workplace.
I've had poor mental health most of my life. You suddenly discovered this community where you were allowed to talk about it.
When we engage with the young people in our schools programme, getting feedback from them which reflects how well they engaged and enjoyed it, it definitely shows that we're making progress in the right direction.
Along with people across the country, we've been working ever since to challenge negative attitudes and behaviours, to create a fair and inclusive Scotland free from mental health stigma and discrimination.
I would describe my time at See Me as just being proud of everybody that actually raise awareness and actually speaks about their problems, because I think that's the biggest part of it, is actually speaking out about it and not being afraid to do that, because a lot of people see it as a weakness. I really believe it's a strength.
I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today, as a mental health first aid trainer, so much if it had been for See Me.
I think if we can get the message across that everyone has mental health, and sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad, and that it's not like that group of people have mental health and this group never do. We all have mental health.
For 20 years we have been saying See Me, but there's a long way to go.
In 20 years, I hope that there isn't a See Me. I hope that we've achieved the changes we've set out to do. But those changes are still a long way away.
We have lived experience volunteers come to us and share their experiences of still experiencing stigma in places like workplaces or in school settings or in the wider community. And these are all areas that See Me can contribute to, positively to help tackle these changes, and we're up for it.
We want Scotland to be free from mental health stigma and discrimination, and we'll continue our work to push for that.
Be a part of the change. See Me, see us.